Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin. We are back with episode 53 of my modded Minecraft Let's Play series, and I made a huge mistake. I filled this thing up, and I put it in here, and it actually drained so quickly that even with all the zombies that I had, like, ready to... Oh, wow, it's done. Nice! So welcome. Episode 53. Super stoked to be, to be recording, to be honest. It's been kind of a busy week for me, so I'm really happy to be able to hop in, get some work done, do some cool stuff with you guys. So we have our master tier blood orb. We're actually the best at this point. And that's pretty cool, because we have a few things that we need to do today. The master blood orb, of course, is the tier 4 version of the blood orb, representing our tier 4 blood altar. Hell yeah. These speed runes are so awesome. Like, as you remember how long, or I guess you don't remember completely how long it took, but it actually took me hours, which is not normally how long it takes to make the Magician's Blood Orb. That was my own mistake, but it took a hot minute. So having all these speed runes is going to be really nice. Like, this thing fills up really quickly. Die. So what I'm actually going to do is open this common treasure and hope for some ender pearls. Nope. Oh well. So this episode, we're going to be working on making ourselves the teleposer. We're going to need 2 of these guys and a teleposition focus. So we're going to need to make 3 teleposition focuses, or foci, rather. And then after we do that, we're going to work on moving the aura nodes from their locations in the world to our base. Now, I haven't actually created the floor yet for this, because I've been doing a lot of blood magic stuff. But don't worry, we're going to get that done at some point during this episode. It'll probably be off camera just because it kind of takes a little while, because it's kind of slow. So just keep that in mind. Ah, I did not mean to go to my Britannia area. Oh man, we actually need to dump some... Actually, I'm going to do that. Alright, I'm going to take this Master Blood Orb, and I'm actually going to put it in here and let all this drain into the orb. Because I haven't filled this guy up in a long time. Alright, so while these... Wow, that's so fast now. It might be too fast, to be honest. I know that sounds crazy to say, but... You know, as mentioned, you need to have a steady supply of LP whenever you're doing some enchantments. And if the LP goes, like, instantly, it's kind of hard to make sure that you always have a bunch, because the altar only holds 26k. At the moment, at least. At the moment. I'm actually going to keep that over there by my... Whoa, why am I getting a loading symbol? Come on now. I'm not loading. Anyway. Focus pouch. Just kind of clearing everything out to make sure I don't have too much extra in here that I don't need. I really need to stop tossing my armor in here, because it's like... It's probably really... Yeah, it's hurting... Wow. Actually, I guess it's not really hurting much of anything at the moment. We have a completely empty storage cell right now. Alright, so anyway, as we were... let us get to work on making some cool stuff. A little bit of organized. Want to be organized. Organization is key to success. Alright, so we need to make ourselves these teleposers. So first things first, we need to grab, I think, 3 ender pearls in total. Oh, we need a bunch, actually. So one of these guys, so we need 3 teleposition foci. So that's 3 right there. And then we need 2 of these teleposers, so we need 4 more. Nice. All right. I mean, we're going to have to come back here anyway, so I guess I didn't really need to grab those extra 4 ender pearls, huh? Lips. Oh, well. So let me move the bound blade out of the way, toss an ender pearl in, and die. Pop him out, pop him in. Pop him out, pop him in. Kill some more zombies. And done. Dude, these speed runes are amazing. I should have made the speed runes, like, first. That should be what I did before anything else. So there you go, lesson learned to you guys. You know, speed runes are the best. I don't think you actually need to right-click these to bind you. Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, so everything, like everything, every little thing in blood magic, you need to bind to yourself. Now, it's obviously not, like, coordinates, bound dimension 0, 0 being the overworld, coordinates being obviously not where we're standing. All right, so next step, we got to make the telefocus. Whew. I don't think I need the big boy one. I think I can get away with just the regular ones. So there's one. And there's two. Nice. See, super easy. We just needed to upgrade to a tier 4, which, you know, took a little bit of time and a little bit of effort. You know, weak activation crystal and such. Let me toss this iron sword in there, all this stuff. Oh, I meant to leave this back here. Let me actually run back here and take care of that. Because I don't think I'm going to need that, really, anytime soon. Alright, so let me actually build up this room real quick. Or this floor. And actually, let me make an elevator, too, while I'm at it. You know, I actually wanted to do, like, a cooler method of getting up and down, but honestly, I just don't really have the time. But I'm still going to make stuff pretty. But we're going to have to just be lame with elevators. Oh, actually, I need to make 2 elevators. That's one thing I noticed. As this thing gets smaller and smaller, one line of elevators isn't going to work. I kind of got lucky. Actually, I guess I didn't even get lucky here. So I'm going to make one more elevator, and then I will cut and come on back once I create this awesome floor, which will probably just be the same type of wood and everything, just smaller. Be right back. Nice. We're back. And I went ahead and built a few more layers than I originally was expecting to, because I originally was going to put it on this layer. And I was like, you know what, this is nice and all, but it's kind of big for just nodes. And I kind of wanted to have it at the tip top. So I went ahead and built this one because I didn't think the elevator was going to reach all the way to this one. Turns out the elevator was underneath this. So it may have actually reached all the way to the top, and I may not have needed this layer, but that's okay. We can definitely use this layer. We've got a lot of cool Thaumcraft stuff to do. So anyway, I wanted to have the wand recharge station at the tip top of the tower because I thought it would be really cool if I actually replaced all of this with glass. And since we have the wand of equal trade, it actually should be pretty easy. We won't do that now, though. We're going to do that later. I actually need to get rid of all this taint, which is something I will deal with, well, probably sooner rather than later, but still not at the moment. Whoops. So first things first, I actually want to set this in the center of the room. Which is actually right here. I don't know why I broke that. I don't know why I broke that, to be honest, at all. There we go. Okay. So that's the center of the room. That is where our wand is going to sit and charge up. We don't have any on me right now, or I would bust them out. So around this, we want to put our dudes. We want to put our little nodes all over the place. Oh, actually, you know what I just remembered? Before we actually even try to bring nodes over here, we need to make sure that we have some node stabilizers. Now, we've made one of these before. This guy right here. Yeah. We've made the node stabilizer before, but we need to make a whole bunch more. So let me actually take a look and see what's all involved in that. Actually, I guess I can just look it up in NEI, huh? Node stabilizer and advanced node stabilizer. This one is, yeah, it's a little bit more crazy. Dangerous. Yeah, we're not even going to try and, no, we're good. This guy's easy. He doesn't require any types of crazy anything. He just needs some gold ingots, some pistons, some night tor, some arcane stone bricks, a box of quartz, and just a little bit of dedication, and it's good to go. So that's what we're going to use. That being said, that's a lot of stuff that I have to gather. So let me actually gather up the night tor and all the rest of this stuff. I'm going to come back and we can get this going. How much? You just need a bunch of, oh God, you need a bunch. There's the horribleness is the amount of aspects that you actually need to create one. That's not too bad. I should be able to actually bust off a few of those with my current storage of V. Yeah, these guys are all pretty much fully charged, so I shouldn't have any issues with at least creating a few so we can get going. All right, awesome. That being said, let me go ahead and head down here, gather up all the materials and everything, get a bunch of night tor made, and I'll be right back. Okay, so due to my quartz situation, I'm actually only able to make 2 node stabilizers at the moment, but that's okay. Oh yeah, that's right, I need gold. See, I'm never ready, man. Even when I think I'm ready, I'm not ready. So that's 1. Oh, just barely not enough to make another one with that wand. No problem. So yeah, we're super short on quartz, so I'm not able to make any more than this, but that's okay. Because I only really plan on doing like a handful of like a couple of these on camera. Like I'll probably do these two on camera, and then I will move the rest off camera, which means I'll probably be making them all that stuff off camera. It'll be much less tedious. Because while this is a lot easier than the original method, or rather than the I should call the intended method, it still takes a little bit of time. So let us actually get this in place. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is make sure that, choose where you want them to go. Because when they initially come over here, they are going to come over here just on their own. You just want to make sure that you have the node stabilizers ready to encase them. Because if you have multiple nodes here, when you start moving them, obviously this first one, we're not going to have any issues with. This first one is going to be here all by himself. There's not going to be any issues. So let's actually right-click this, shift right-click this, do something with this. Hello? Oh yeah, there you go. So yeah, you just right-click it, and it'll get the coordinates. It's either right-click or shift right-click. Does shift right-click move it? No? Does it clear it? No. Okay. So it's either right-click or shift right-click. I'll figure out the next time I do it. And then you have it bound. So then the next thing we'll need to do, I'm pretty sure, I always get it backwards. If we leave this in here, or if we take it with us. Oh, did that change it actually? Okay, so yeah, just right click. But actually I remembered. I need one more thing. Something super simple, and then we can get going. Don't worry. It's real. Oh my god. These elevators are actually going to kill me, man. They're actually going to drive me crazy. I can already see it. I should just make these dudes. Where's my stone? And all we need is a button. Just a button. So we got our node stabilizers, we got our teleposer, we got our teleportation, our teleposition focus, a button. Now all we need are some nodes. Now if this works correctly, everything should go off without a hitch. So I think the first node I'm going to bring over here, not the peer node. I don't want to bring the peer node yet over yet until I know everything's working properly and everything's good to go. So let's take a look at this and look for a good node. Here's a good node. Oh wait, is this the one at my freaking house already? I don't know what this node is, but it always sends me here. I have no idea where this is. I don't see it. Like, I don't know if there's like, oh, I know what node this is. And this is actually the first node we can use, because this node's actually pretty good. I don't know why it says it's where it is, but whatever. There's actually a node right next to my nether portal that's really good. Or maybe it's this one. Oh, no, it's obviously not this one, actually. But how are you? I looked at you a little bit, but not really. You're pretty good. Actually, I'm going to take this one first. So, it's really easy. You slap the baby down like that. You don't right-click it. This is the most important thing that always screws me up when I try to do this, is I right-click it with this thing, and it resets its coordinates. No. You open it, you place it in there, then you put the button on there. Oh, or it breaks off. Okay. We have to do a little bit of shenanigans here. All right, now you put the button on there, and then you push it. Poof! That is just that easy, man. So now we pick all this stuff up, and we head back to the base. Ooh, is that a slime? Nope. Nope, I'm just crazy. Just a strange reflection, because Minecraft has reflections. Actually, it does with some mods. It's pretty neat. Oh, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but the runic shielding actually like shields me for 8 hearts. So if you're a bat, you actually have a little bit more health. Which, we kind of noticed that with the heart canisters as well. But it's still kind of nice. I don't know why I went over here. I actually want to go back upstairs. Because now the node we just moved should be right there. Oh, isn't that awesome? Gotta love blood magic. So, like, doing all of the work to, even if you only did blood magic just to get the teleposers, it's totally worth it, man. Because you know what we need to do now? We would now need to fly all over the place to recharge all of our wands, because or at least recharge yeah, we would need to recharge our Silverwood wand, because it costs 75 V to move this. So now that that guy's in place, we can put this down. It's going to contain him so that when we come back with our next aura node, which I think I'm actually going to put, you want to have at least one block of space between these guys. At least I'm pretty sure. That might just be an aesthetic thing, but pretty sure you need to have at least one block in between these guys. So just keep that in mind. And you can have, of course, as many as you want all around them. I'm probably going to fill up this whole room with aura nodes. Because why not? I mean, if you have the space, you might as well. They don't cause any like FPS lag or any of that stuff, so they're just really bright whenever you have the goggles on. So let's right-click, mark this guy. So this one we're actually going to want to come back kind of quick. We're not going to want to dilly-dally, because there's a chance that they will immediately start combining. That's why we use the stabilizers, so once they're sitting next to each other, we don't have to worry about them combining. Now what we could do is take this guy and move him, but I don't know. I might still use this guy for stuff, so we're going to leave him there. He might still be useful. Oh, actually, what am I doing? We hit that right? All right, good. We are going to go to our nether portal. Yes. I think this is the faster way. Maybe. Because we're actually going to go back through the nether portal, because there's a node actually right next to the portal that's pretty good. Ooh, some earth shards. I have to remember those are there. There it is, see? I think this is the one that it's been pointing at all the time. Yeah, it is. Now I know. But see, look at that one. That one's really good. It's not a huge amount of aspects, but still, it's pretty nice. So remember, right-click, then do that. Super important, or you're gonna waste as much time as you would if you would have actually done it the normal way. If you accidentally right-click that thing, because you're gonna have to run back to the base and do it again, and it's horrible. Trust me. You want to make sure you are paying attention when you're doing this. So, poof. Gotta love cheesing mechanics, man. We cheese some Botania mechanics. We're cheesing some Thaumcraft mechanics. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna cheese next? Now keep in mind, these are not things that I've figured out on my own. This is just kind of things that other people have figured out that I'm utilizing. Don't worry, I will definitely point out when I figured something out on my own. Obviously that hasn't really happened too much yet. So, yeah, just saying. It all comes with practice. And everybody's knowledge comes from somebody else's. Or at least it branches off of somebody else's. So there we go. This guy's back. And if we actually waited a little bit, you'd start to see them zap at each other. Though actually, I don't know. With this guy's stabilist, this guy might not try to combine with him. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put this guy down. Sweet. So now we have these guys. So if we want to recharge our Greatwood wand, we just toss him on there. And he's going to absorb all the nodes. Look at that. That is sick. And of course, when you walk up to it, let me close Wayla. Nice and easy to see. So there, Ordo's just about done. Oh, it maxed out. But there's some Ordo in here, so it's going to go ahead and grab the Terra that it needs. And once the Terra caps out, it's going to switch on over to the Ordo that it needs. And it's done. We don't have any air, so it's not able to grab its air. But we can just grab him off there like that, and he's good to go. Again, don't put your wooden wands on there. That's really important not to do, or else you're going to have a bunch of empty nodes that you're going to have to change out. All these elevators in different spots. It sucks. So let me actually just toss him in there. He can be our backup one. I'll take you off of there. And I think we actually have some aspects that we need. So many elevators. To actually go ahead and get this guy charging again so we can throw down on another wand recharging station. Or I'm sorry, a node stabilizer. See, that's why I need Whale, man. I can't remember the name of all these crazy blocks. Nice. So cool, dude. So I think it's pretty much grabbed, yeah, it's grabbed everything that it can. These guys are going to charge back up over time. But as I mentioned, because they've been moved, or that's kind of the other mechanic that we cheese. The putting them in the jar and then replacing them normally would kind of weaken them, but because we're moving them through blood magic, we're kind of skipping past that. But we're putting them in the node stabilizers, which is weakening them anyway. So keep that in mind. When you move these guys, they're going to recharge a little bit slower. Yeah, we got an Ignis. We got a little bit of Ignis back, which is nice. They're going to recharge a little bit slower than they would if they were out in the world, free to do as they wish. But it's okay. We're nice thaumaturgists. We're good to our aura nodes, so we're going to make sure that they're having a good time and that they can charge up as quickly as they can. I guess I can actually, pull stuff from this. I actually just emptied that. Just kidding. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut here. I'm going to go and get a whole bunch of nether quartz so I can make some more node stabilizers. I might come back for a few more nodes with you guys just because it is fun to pop these guys back and forth. But it is still a little bit of running back and forth and up the elevators of my tower and down again. Even though it's not too bad, but there are things better spent. Yeah, whatever. So I will be right back, and we can get back to charging up our watts. Oh my goodness. These elevators are driving me crazy. Just cut. So we are back, and actually, I decided to take some of the best nodes I could find and actually put them down here with the focal manipulator. Because I really don't want like a million nodes down here, but I like having having some of the more, stuff that I will probably mess with kind of fairly often down here. Other than the one recharge station, which is way up there, and I'll probably need to go up there a lot. But having these guys right here means in the upcoming episodes we can actually connect this dude up so we can actually enchant things. Because right now we can't. But while we don't necessarily need to have nodes super close, at least not this close, we do need to have some nodes here in the tower to make sure that they have that we can access their power. So it'll make sense once we actually do it. So that being said, I can toss this guy down here like that. He should close up. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I really need some powers so I can make some more stuff. So one of the important aspects, this one actually came from the nether. This is a really, really good node. Yeah, we have one of each aspect, which is really good because this guy is going to ask for one of each aspect most of the time. It also doesn't ask for very much, which, is another one of those indicators that it's going to be a good idea to have a couple nodes nearby with, at least one of every aspect. This guy, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy, honestly. I mean, he got all of his stuff back. I think he may have lost one again. I think he lost Terra, but that's okay. There are a lot of nodes with Terra in them. I'm not really worried about that. So, before we actually wrap up the episode, I wanted to grab one last node. And I think I know, or I think you guys know what node that's going to be. That's going to be the big boy node, the big daddy node. He's actually going to sit right here. I'm not going to, make him center stage or anything like that. Mostly because I don't think this pure node is actually going to survive the trip. Like, I don't think he's going to stay pure once we put him into the stabilizer. So we'll see. He's pretty close by, so it's actually not that close by, but it's kind of close by, so we're going to fly out there. Actually, just kidding. Whew. Glad we didn't get too far. So actually, because I forgot to do this, I'm going to cut. We're going to switch back to the pure node, or when I'm at the pure node, and we'll be back. Yeah, like I said, that was my bad. I didn't mean to put down I don't know. I was just blabbing, put down the node stabilizer. Derp-a-da-herp-burp-burp. So, nothing changed. Make sure you always have that guy down first. Make sure you right-click him with your teleposition focus. So there are no issues. And now we can take off towards the pure node. So this pure node, like I mentioned, I don't think it's going to stay pure because the nodes usually undergo some, kind of transformation whenever they are moved and when they are put into the node stabilizer. Now, because we're not moving it the traditional way, it might stay pure. It might stay pure. Now, if it stays pure, I think that just means that it's going to fight off taint, which really doesn't really mean much of anything, honestly, for what we're doing. But it's still cool. It looks pretty. It might recharge faster, but I don't think it does. Also, it's quite large. It's got some serious amount of aspectage in it. So I think we can actually just right-click under the thing, because it's a block, technically. Nice. Ah, I'm a little bat. I'm just trying to get my bearings. So I put that guy in there. And... button! Nice, let's head back. Oh, the other reason why I'm not cutting too much, if you want me to be totally honest, since I added the awesome page sound, oh man. Lots of cuts means I'm going to have to be adding a lot of audio. So, yeah, try not to cut too much. You know, just a little bit of a behind-the-scenes note as to why I'm not cutting as much. Not only do I think it kind of takes away from the Let's Play aspect of the Let's Play to cut a whole bunch, but, yeah, it's a lot of work. Man, that guy's been empty for a long time. Or was he even empty? I don't know. I didn't even notice, to be honest. I just kind of looked at it. You know, when you look at something, oh man, it's still pure. Nice. You can tell it's pure because it looks all crazy. So here's the moment of truth. Here's the moment where we see if this guy actually stays pure once it goes into the node stabilizer. And he did. Nice. Where is our... I just want to make sure, because I can't exactly see. I need the... whatever it's called. I can't think of what it's called. This guy, the thermometer. It's always good to have one. I mean, you need to have one. It's not even good to have one. You need to have one to scan stuff. So yeah, he stayed pure. That's awesome. Again, it doesn't really have too much of an impact on what we're doing over here. I mean, his pureness will stave off taint, but we don't really have any taint nearby. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Cool. So these guys are filling up nice and well. We've got... Do we have every aspect here now? We do. Although I guess we had every aspect before. Aquaterra Ordo. Ignis. Perdicio. Ordo Aqua Ignis. Okay, so we might be missing one, actually. I can't put my finger on it because I'm not the best at this. But what am I doing? I can just put that bad boy down there like that. Nice. All right, so... with that being said, we have kind of reached the end of the episode, so what I'm going to do, between this episode and the next one, I'm going to gather more nodes, so we have a whole bunch more up here. I mean, we'll see how many I get. I mean, I might come back with like 15 more nodes in here. I might come back with only a handful. We'll see. It kind of depends on how much I want to have a bunch of nodes up here, honestly. Like, there's no real limit. Like, as long as you have these guys stabilized, you can kind of put as many as you want. Just make sure that there's that one gap space in between them on all sides. One gap space on all sides and you should be good. And of course around the one recharging pedestal. So that being said, I'm going to wrap up the episode. Next episode we're going to come back. I'm going to have a whole bunch more nodes here so we can recharge our wands much, much faster. And because of that, we're going to be able to progress through Thaumcraft a little bit quicker. I think the main focus of next episode is going to be getting this focal manipulator working so I can enchant my wand foci so then we can finally head towards the old Twilight Forest. Oh yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Be sure to like the video, and if you think it was the greatest thing you've ever seen and oh my god, I want to watch it over and 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 over again, favorite it, man. Favorite that shit. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. Bye. Ah, I'm all wet.